a lot for staying with CNN News 18. You're watching The Nation at 5. I'm Shivani Gupta, and a firm focus on the last day of campaigning, which is drawing to a close in battleground Bengal. The areas that are headed for polls in the first phase on Saturday could be crucial for both the BJP and the TMC. This is where the BJP has done well in the past. This is where the TMC hopes for a turnaround. And the first two phases could in fact be make or break. Now BJP big guns Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath, Rajnath Singh and Mithun Chakravarti have all come together on the final day of campaigning to show their strength through roadshows and rallies across the state. On the other hand, TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee held 4 rallies across the state. She began her campaign trail from Potha Pratima, rallied in Sagardantan and Medinipur. Now remember, the first phase of polling is set to commence in Bengal this weekend on March 27. As many as 5 districts will be up for voting and parties will be contesting on 30 assembly seats.
हमारे साथ इस वक्त मौजूद है मिथुन चक्रवर्ती। दादा, आज से इलेक्शन कैंपेन की शुरुआत कर दिया है आप। मेगा रोड शो जिस तरीके से टीएमसी ने आरोप लगाया था, कहा था ओल्ड मैन मेगा रोड शो।
आप जिसको जो बोलना है बोलो, हमारा एक ही मकसद है, गरीबों को हक दिलाना और इज्जत से हक दिलाना। ये जो लोग दे रहे हो ना, इनको हक दिलाना मुझे, बस और कुछ नहीं।
बंगाल में दुर्गा पूजा ढंग से होनी चाहिए या नहीं होनी चाहिए बताइए। स्कूल में सरस्वती पूजा ढंग से होनी चाहिए या नहीं होनी चाहिए। अभी ममता दीदी के राज में दुर्गा पूजा करने के लिए कोर्ट में जाना पड़ता है। ये ठीक है क्या? ऐसी स्थिति रहनी चाहिए? मैं आपको कहता हूं, एक बार कमल के निशान पर बटन दबा दो, 2 मई के बाद किसी की ताकत नहीं है दुर्गा पूजा को रोकने की।
ममता दीदी पिछले 10 वर्षों से मुख्यमंत्री है और भाइयों बहनों, मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में 10 वर्षों में उन्होंने बंगाल के अंदर कितने लोगों को मकान दिया है, प्रधानमंत्री आवास कितने लोगों को दिया है। सरकार का लोक कल्याण में, जन कल्याण में, जनता के हितों पर कोई ध्यान नहीं है। ममता दीदी इसमें कोई रुचि नहीं लेती, उनका विकास में कोई रुचि नहीं।
Vikas dominating the pitch from the BJP on the last day of campaigning for the first phase of polling. It's also about deliverables, about potable tapped water, about houses that Yogi Adityanath is talking about. But more on what the BJP is hammering as its message. Let's go across. Executive Editor Anand Narasimhan joining us from Nandigram. Anand, what's the mood like on the ground? And what do you think the BJP is trying to tell the public before the voting?
Well, the pitch is cultural nationalism. The pitch is trying to talk about Swami Vivekananda and of course there is a lot of Jai Shri Rams.
Right.
See this, you see all of them heading back on their way back from the BJP rally which was addressed by Yogi Adityanath in support of Shubhendu Adhikari. The fact is that Nandigram has turned out in droves to show their support. And many, the locals actually, when I was talking to them off camera, they are saying a lot of people have not yet come because they are afraid.
All right, so Anand, sorry to cut you short there. We actually now have to cutting across to Amit Shah, who's speaking in Bakura. Let's listen in.
हमारे राष्ट्रीय सचिव, बंगाल के सह प्रभारी अरविंद मेनन जी, हमारे सांसद डॉक्टर सुभाष सरकार जी, हमारे सांसद सौमित्र खान जी, श्री सुजीत अगस्त्य जी, विवेकानंद पात्रा जी, पार्थसारथी कुंडू जी, निर्मल कर्माकर जी, गणेश मिश्रा जी, चंद्रशेखर जी और आज इस रैली में इतनी बड़ी संख्या में आए हुए
प्यारे भाइयों, बहनों, माताओं, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मित्रों, आज यहां पर 6 प्रत्याशी है, 4 प्रत्याशी है। विष्णुपुर के तन्मय घोष महाशय आगे आइए। अरे तन्मय आ गया, वो ऐसा नहीं है, आगे आओ यहां। तन्मय घोष, बड़जोर के अमरनाथ शाखा, अमरनाथ बाबू आगे आइए आप। कटुलपुर के हरकाली पाटीहार और इंदस के निर्मल धारा। देखिए भाई, जय श्री राम अकेले बोलने से नहीं चलेगा। बांकुरा और विष्णुपुर में 12 प्रत्याशी है, 12 कमल है, 12 कमल। मुझे एक बात बताओ, 12 के 12 कमल खिलने चाहिए, दीदी का खाता नहीं खुलना चाहिए। 12 के 12 कमल खिलाओगे क्या? जोर से बोलो, खिलाओगे क्या? दीदी को 0 में आउट करोगे क्या? पक्का? तो मेरे साथ बोलो, भारत माता की। मित्रों, आज मैं विष्णुपुर की महान धरती पर आया हूं। ये विष्णुपुर की धरती मंदिरों की धरती है। रासमंच, जोड़ मंदिर, राम माधव मंदिर, कलाचंद मंदिर, मदन मोहन मंदिर, राधा गोविंद मंदिर, श्यामराय मंदिर जैसे कई विश्वविख्यात मंदिर इसी भूमि पर है। मगर ये सारे मंदिरों की किसी ने देखभाल नहीं करी है। करी है दीदी? बताइए, आप लोग बताइए, करी है क्या? करी है? अरे आप भाजपा सरकार बना दो, 100 करोड़ रुपए से ये सारे मंदिरों का जीर्णोद्धार करने का काम भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार है। ये भूमि अनंतपाल बंदोपाध्याय और गोपेश्वर बंदोपाध्याय जैसे महान शास्त्रीय संगीतकारों की भूमि। इस भूमि को मां शारदा का आशीर्वाद प्राप्त। ये भूमि एक प्रकार से पूरे बंगाल का ऊर्जा केंद्र वाली भूमि है। और मित्रों, मैं ये इस भूमि पर आकर कहता हूं कि बंगाल में दीदी के शासन में बंगाल का विकास नहीं हुआ। मित्रों, ये पूरे क्षेत्र के अंदर मैं जब भी आया, 2016 में आया, 2018 में आया, ये सौमित्र खान के प्रचार में आया था, बीच में भी एक बार आकर गया, आज भी आया हूं, मेरा नेटवर्क ही कट जाता है। कट जाता है नहीं कट जाता है? आप लोगों का नेटवर्क कट जाता है नहीं कट जाता है? इस सौमित्र खान आपको गारंटी देता है 2 मई को सरकार बना दो, टावर डालकर कभी मोबाइल बंद न हो, ऐसा नेटवर्क ये विष्णुपुर बांकुरा में देने का काम ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार। ये बंगाल पूरे देश भर में विद्या का धाम माना जाता था, और आज बंगाल की स्थिति क्या है? 1 लाख विद्यार्थी पर सिर्फ 13 कॉलेज है। कितनी कॉलेज है भाई? कितनी? 13। जोर से बोलो, कितनी? अब मुझे बताओ, 13 कॉलेजों में 1 लाख विद्यार्थी पढ़ सकते हैं क्या? पढ़ सकते हैं क्या? मित्रों ने 20,000 करोड़ रुपया ईश्वर चंद्र विद्यासागर फंड बनाया है, जो कॉलेजों को और पॉलिटेक्निक कॉलेजों को बनाकर युवाओं को पढ़ाने का काम।
So the final push being made by all sides as the campaigning draws to a close. Now my colleague Anand Narsimhan is in Nandigram today, that's headed to polls in the second phase to gauge the mood on the ground. Here's more from him.
Well, I'm at the Gram, which is the heart of this Mahasangram. Yes, I am in Nandigram, ladies and gentlemen, and at a place which has witnessed a very, very gory past. Behind me, this is the stretch of the Tekhali Bridge, where in 2006-2007, it bore witness to a huge amount of violence in a turf war. Khejuri on the other side, Nandigram on this side, CPIM versus the Trinamool Congress back cadre, and it was bloody, ladies and gentlemen. This bridge was supposed to be the no man's land, and on both sides, lives were lost. Women were raped. Political killings were at its height. And this kind of turf war in a democracy in 2006, 2007, 2008 is something which the people here haven't forgotten. It is something that continues to remind them of what they have had to endure. But they are also now faced with the challenge to choose between the Bhumiputro, or the son of the soil, or the Bengal ki beti, or Mamata Banerjee, who was here championing the cause of the locals and whose political rise started with this very place. Ironically, the locals say that Mamata Banerjee for 10 years never came back to Nandigram, and she came back here when she decided that she would contest from here.
यहाँ से ही हम लोग का एक्चुअली नंदीग्राम का माटी है, यहाँ का जो मिट्टी है, एक्चुअली ये राजनीति का पोर्टफोलियो मतलब परिवर्तन बनाएंगे के लिए यहाँ का जनता, नंदीग्राम का जनता का साथ जो धोखा दिया, यही मतलब उसको हराने के लिए टीएमसी जो बात किया था ममता बनर्जी, उसको हराने के लिए यहाँ का 70,000 से ज़्यादा वोट में
Nandigram has turned out in large numbers, and so have the betis. It's all women here. It's all women on this side, as the entire Vidhan Sabha of Nandigram is turning out to support for Shuvendu Adhikari. आप लोग सब यही नंदीग्राम में रहते हैं? बांग्ला बोलिए तो? बांग्ला में बोलिए। ये इधर ही रहेगा। शुवेंदु को सपोर्ट करेगा? सपोर्ट करेगा। हाँ, दीदी को नहीं? दीदी को नहीं करे? क्यों?
शुवेंदु हम लोग को भरोसा देता है, उसका भरोसा में हम लोग रहते भी है ना, इसलिए वो पक्का जीतेगा, हम लोग को विश्वास है वो पक्का जीतेगा।
আমরা যে আজকে নন্দীগ্রামবাসী, এই নন্দীগ্রামটাকে খারাপ রাস্তায় নিয়ে গেছে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়। এই জায়গা থেকে আজকে নন্দীগ্রাম থেকে মমতা ব্যানার্জি উঠেছিল এক সময়, আজকে 10 বছরে আজকে একবার কি দুবার এসেছে মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়।
बदल गया।
इस बार बीजेपी सरकार आएगा।
It's quite a crowd here, not expected. But this is, and what they claim, the organizers and the supporters of Shuvendu Adhikari claim, is that this is all Nandigram Vidhan Sabha crowd which has come to celebrate and also to support Shuvendu Adhikari with an assurance that he will win with an overwhelming majority.
Now, a lot of other activities are also happening as far as the run-up to the Bengal elections is concerned. The Election Commissioner has now ordered the transfer of top officials in West Bengal, with just hours to go for the polls to begin. ADG West Zone Sanjay Singh and South Kolkata DCP Sudhir Neelkantha have been removed from their post, and Rajesh Kumar is set to take over as the ADG, while Akash Magaria will be posted as South Kolkata DCP. Cooch Behar SP and Diamond Harbour SP have also been replaced along with Jhargram DEO. The EC has also ordered the transferred officers to not be posted anywhere else on election duty. This after a BJP worker was found hanging near the party office in Cooch Behar. But with just 2 days left for Bengal to go to polls, TMC leader Sheikh Alam came under fire for a controversial remark. Alam said that 30% population is capable of making 4 new Pakistans. He then apologized while speaking to CNN News 18, saying that his remarks have been taken out of context and denied making any such statement. He says that he was only responding to BJP leaders who have been making such comments about 30 and 70% in their campaigning. But BJP leaders have raised this issue and questioned directly Mamata Banerjee if she endorses such appeasement politics in the state or if it is directly coming from her line of politics.
আমরা যদি 30% লোককে সারা ভারতবর্ষের 30% লোককে যদি এগ্রি করে দেওয়া হয়, চারটে পাকিস্তান তৈরি হবে। একটা পাকিস্তানের বিরুদ্ধে একটা আপাতত ভারত। আমরা ভারতবর্ষে যতগুলো মুসলমান আছি, সংখ্যালঘু আছি, তাদেরকে যদি একটা দিক করে দেওয়া হয়, চারটে পাকিস্তান হবে। কোথায় যাবে ভারতবর্ষের এই 70%?
I spoke to Sheikh Alam earlier. In this conversation, he said that he was only responding to the BJP rhetoric during the elections, but even seems to be apologizing for his remarks, saying that he did not want to hurt anybody's sentiments.
हिंदू मुसलमान नहीं बोला है, हिंदू मुसलमान बोला है जो 70% 30% जो भाग कर रहा है।
हाँ।
तो शुभेंदु अधिकारी का बातचीत, और जो शुभेंदु अधिकारी बोला जो 30% वो सारा लुंगी पहना लोग है और 70% मेरा लोग है, हम ही 70% का वोट नहीं जीतेगा। हम यही बोलेगा जो परसेंट भाग कर रहा है, हम परसेंट हम हिंदू मुस्लिम का बोला नहीं है, नहीं बोला, पाकिस्तान बोला नहीं है कि यही 30% लोग के यदि भारतवर्ष থেকে তেরে দেয় তাহলে এরা আরো 4টে পাকিস্তান তৈরি হয়ে যাবে। আমি এই কথা বলেছি, আমি বলি নাই যে আরো 4টে পাকিস্তান তৈরি করব, এটা বলিনি। যে 70% যদি 30% এর দেশ থেকে তেরে দেয় তাহলে 4টে পাকিস্তান হয়ে যাবে। যদি এই বলার জন্য যদি কিছু হয়ে থাকে আমি এর জন্য ক্ষমা চাই। बीजेपी नेताরা বলা परसेंट भाग कर रहा है तो बीजेपी का नेता, हम नहीं बोला, ये तो बीजेपी का नेता का बातचीत।
So the TMC leader really saying that this was a response to what BJP leaders are saying, and especially in context of Suvendu Adhikari's pitch. Earlier, the TMC sought to say that Sheikh Alam was not even a member of their party, he was some BJP stooge. But Sheikh Alam, speaking to us, clearly said that he is from the TMC, but he sought to defend his remarks. Anand Narasimhan tracking the developments in Nandigram very closely. Of course, this is going to be a very key battle, Anand, but the turn of events is also extremely shocking with this 30%, 70%, kind of comments coming into the public discourse.
No, it's not just about lowering the public discourse. The first argument for what Shah Alam has said, the BJP says Trinamool Congress leaders like Shah Alam and Amit Malviya have tweeted saying they're because Mamata Banerjee's brazen appeasement politics over the last 10 years. Now, the whole issue of 70-30 or 65-35, all of this came to the fact when Nanda Banerjee decided to contest Nandigram, she gave a Bhavanipur. That was when the Muslim vote. And so she can claim it back in Nandigram. That was the first argument was made per se. But now what has happened is that this in terms of lowering of political lexicon, in both senses it happened. And the Trinamool Congress is also saying that is being used by Dilip Ghosh and the kind of tweet he's posting is unfair. But once again, just now, Amit Malviya but Mamata Banerjee is really responsible for lowering the discourse in the election. She should play the victim card, she's quick to forget the insult, she goes out. Just a matter of time, BJP. But the fact that if you look at kind of language which Mamata Banerjee has used, one would wonder what is going on. The kind of the way she addressed JP Nadda.
Yes. All right. I think we've lost that line. But Anand, I thank you for joining us. Remember, both sides are trading charges and barbs. Spoke to Kailash Vijayvargiya earlier also. Now, religion, of course, plays a very important role in every election. It will be foolish to deny that religion is an aspect as far as elections or politics is concerned. But blatant politicization or raising of issues which are clearly divisive on religious lines is what even the Supreme Court has barred. The question now is whether only one side is polarizing or even the sides that claim to be secular actually are polarizing on lines of religion. This is what Kailash Vijayvargiya had to say.
जिस प्रकार का हमने भाषण सुना है नेताजी का, वो भाषण तो एक तरफ से पूरी तरीके से देश के लिए भी खतरनाक है, पूरे बंगाल को अलार्म करने वाला है, देश को अलार्म करने वाला है कि भारत के अंदर पश्चिम बंगाल में किस प्रकार की राजनीति हो रही है, किस प्रकार तुष्टीकरण है, किस प्रकार इस प्रकार की मानसिकता के लोग सरेआम चौराहे पर खड़े होकर अपने समाज के लोगों को एकत्रित करके ममता जी के पक्ष में वोट डलवाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। उनका एजेंडा क्या है, ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है और मैं समझता हूँ ये बहुत अलार्मिंग है और देश के लिए बहुत खतरनाक है। नहीं उनकी पार्टी के हैं, उनका बैनर लेके खड़े हुए हैं और मैं समझता हूँ कि वहाँ पर एक नहीं हजारों की सैकड़ों की संख्या में लोग हैं, तो कोई कमरे में दिया हुआ भाषण नहीं है, बीच चौराहे पे दिया हुआ भाषण है। अब टीएमसी भले ही उससे मना करें, तो ये उनको लगता है कि शायद आजकल ममता जी चंडी पाठ कर रही है, उसके विरोध में है, पर वास्तविकता तो यही है पश्चिमी बंगाल की।
Speaking of remarks that are being made and objected to, Bengal BJP chief Dilip Ghosh suggested that Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee should wear a Bermuda shorts to display her injured leg, and that has also triggered a controversy. The TMC is slamming the comment as distasteful and is likely to approach the EC also. The opposition says Dilip Ghosh and other BJP leaders in Bengal don't respect women. Both TMC and BJP are fighting neck-to-neck battle as far as the power in Bengal is concerned, and that is certainly leading to a lot of objectionable statements being made.
প্লাস্টার কাটা হয়ে গেল, ক্রেপ ব্যান্ডেজ বাঁধা হয়ে গেছে, আর পা তুলে তুলে সবাইকে দেখাচ্ছেন। শাড়ি পরে আছেন, একটা পা ঢাকা একটা খোলা, এরকম শাড়ি পরতে দেখিনি। যদি পাটা বার করে রাখবেন, শাড়ি কেন বারমুড়া পরতে পারেন, তাহলে পরিষ্কার দেখা যায়।
Interestingly, BJP West Bengal chief Dilip Ghosh defended his remarks that he never meant to disrespect women, but it is actually Mamata Banerjee who is insulting Bengali culture. Listen.
Only this comment, if you can clarify, which has created a bit of controversy yesterday.
No controversy, no clarification. सीधा पब्लिक मीटिंग में बोला मैंने।
जी, but what did you mean by this? Like, should
बंगाल में हमारे माता बहनें साड़ी पहनती हैं। साड़ी ये शालीनता का प्रतीक है। कोई जानबूझकर साड़ी पहनने के बाद पैर बाहर करके रखे बार बार पब्लिक मीटिंग में, ये शोभा नहीं देता है। हमारे महिलाएं भी इसको पसंद नहीं करती हैं। मैंने इसकी प्रतिवाद की है कि ये ठीक नहीं है बंगाल की कल्चर के लिए। जो बंगाल कल्चर के लिए बार बार बात करती है, जो इस प्रकार व्यवहार करती है, वो हमारे लिए ठीक नहीं है। कम से कम मुख्यमंत्री से हम इस प्रकार व्यवहार आसान नहीं करते।
तो उनको आप वुमेन का कोई नहीं करना चाह रहे थे? यू डोंट वांट टू इंसल्ट वुमेन?
कोई इंसल्ट नहीं है, उन्होंने हमारी कल्चर को इंसल्ट की, मैंने उसका प्रतिवाद किया है।
She is wearing a sari which she has worn all her life. She has never worn anything else. And she has to raise her foot to put it on the wheelchair. The sort of comment Shubhendu Adhikari has made, or Dilip Ghosh has made, speak of depraved and perverted minds. It's against all culture, all civilization. Not only for our country, but for all countries. Our party will definitely take up the matter with Election Commission.
Pallavi Ghosh is also joining us. Pallavi, you've been tracking, of course, all the campaigning that has been ongoing for several weeks now. And towards the fag end, it is descending into, objectionable remarks being made. Now, the BJP sought to attack the fact that Mamata Banerjee is making a show about her injury. But perhaps the manner in which that attack was made has not gone down well.
Yes, and which is why the Trinamool Congress certainly wants to make this a huge issue. You'll notice in their timeline, there have been several Trinamool Congress leaders who are actually tweeting and raising the question and also using that hashtag, say no to BJP in terms of votes. We know, for example, with 49% vote bank, women becomes a very powerful vote bank as far as the battle for Bengal is concerned, Shivani. That's one point. Second, the fact that she is the only woman chief minister in the country. She's a woman herself. She's obviously been appealing to the women voters just as the BJP has been. This kind of misogynist comment is certainly going to be used by her to make the point that the BJP is full of leaders who don't actually respect women. They only do lip service to them. In fact, what the Trinamool Congress is asking is that which senior leader of the BJP till now has criticized Dilip Ghosh for his comments against Mamata Banerjee.
The other issue that is also cropping up, Pallavi, and we are running the pictures of that poster that has been made with the injured leg of Mamata Banerjee, or at least to denote the leg of Mamata Banerjee, and a man hanging by a rope. This is, in a way, a critique of the so-called political murders in the state. Recently, another BJP leader was found hanging.
That's right. And in fact, today, both Kailash Vijayvargiya as well as Dinesh Trivedi went to that particular area to visit the family of who they're calling the martyrs, to make the point that, one, there's large-scale political murders in which the BJP cadre, the workers, they are being systematically targeted by the TMC goons, plus Tolabazi, that's an issue which is being raised against her. So the counter which they're building up against Mamata Banerjee is that don't play the victim card, because the people of Bengal who are the victims, and it's also BJP Karyakartas who are the victims. So this is going to be the counter narrative as we head into the first phase of polling in West Bengal, which also happens to be a critical phase. The first and second phases becomes what the BJP and the TMC calculates could actually be the trendsetter or give a head start to either side.
Right, of course, all eyes are on the first phase, Pallavi, and of course, we'll keep coming back to you for more on that. Just a quick reminder of some of the other updates that we're tracking. With just 2 days to go for elections in West Bengal to commence, the EC has removed the TMC government security advisor, Surajit Gar. Meanwhile, BJP's National Vice President, Mukul Roy's security has been upgraded to Z+. In poll-bound state of Kerala, Congress-led UDF is all set to meet the EC today over a case of duplications in the voter list. This after Congress leader Ramesh Chennithala raised this issue earlier and the CEC pointed out discrepancies in the list. As Assam gets ready to vote, BJP netas have gone all out in the last segment of the campaigning. Star campaigners Manipur CM Biren Singh, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan and others campaigned in the state today. With a complete disregard for COVID guidelines and social distancing measures, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Edappadi Palanisamy held a campaign rally in Tamil Nadu's Mellor district today. Crowds gathered, which created massive fears amidst the rising COVID cases. Meanwhile, MNM chief Kamal Hassan, in his latest jibe at the central government, hit out for abstaining from voting at the UNHCR resolution against human rights violations in Sri Lanka. Hassan said that by not voting against Sri Lanka, the central government has betrayed Tamils. Well, elections are a great leveler. They're also the greatest strength in a democracy. The only time when netas leave their ivory towers of comfort and are forced to mingle with the common person. And at a time where every vote counts, netas in Tamil Nadu firmly believe that vote ke liye kuch bhi karega. Ritangshu Bhattacharya getting you this report.
They'll cook for you, wash your clothes, even fight for you. When it comes to getting your vote, politicians are ready to do anything, and we mean anything. In a land where drama and politics have often gone hand in hand, Tamil Nadu's voters have been left quite bemused by the dedication of their netas to get their vote. They say the closest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, which is why this DMK candidate from Chennai's Virungambakkam constituency was seen making dosas to reach out to his voters. People might have found his dosas tasty, but will they be generous enough to tip Prabhakar Raja with their votes on the 6th of April? Others try and give the message that they are here to clean up. No, we don't mean their politics, but certainly the vastram of their voters. Not content with his party AIDMK offering washing machines free to all voters, Nagapattinam's Thanga Kathivaran is ready to himself wash the clothes of the Aam Janta. And who says politicians aren't fighters? DMK hopeful from Tiruvattiur KPP Shankar is all set to punch his ticket to the Vidhan Sabha by punching his opponents in a makeshift ring. Well, if only winning an election was as easy as winning a boxing match. Or as easy as wearing a traditional veshti and cycling. But wait, even that turned out to be a bit of a handful for BJP's young neta Tejasvi Surya. Beyond the gimmicks, Tamil Nadu's politicians are realizing that facing people angry at being betrayed again and again is not easy. MNM chief Kamal Hassan in Coimbatore tried to lend a patient ear when locals complained of a nearby water bottle that was filled with toxic pollutants. This expression of Kamal, as he holds a bottle of dirty brown water, wearing gloves mind you, shows that no neta can truly empathize with the struggles of the poorest of the poor. Ritangshu Bhattacharya for CNN News 18.